Good afternoon, and thanks for being here for our press conference today. We've got prepared comments first from Pueblo County Sheriff Dave Lucero, be followed by Incident Commander Phil Daniels and Custer County Sheriff Rich Smith. We'll take questions at the end, so please hold them. We'll limit them to 2 per leader. I'll introduce first Pueblo County Sheriff Dave Lucero.
Well, thank you, and good afternoon. I'm Sheriff David J. Lucero with the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office. First and foremost, our thoughts are with every family, business owner, rancher, and resident who has been affected by the Aspen Acres Fire. We know this has been an incredibly stressful and emotional time. Many people have had to leave their homes, not knowing what they may return to. And I want everyone to know that the safety and well-being of our community remain our highest priority. To that end, there have been no reports of injuries or deaths to citizens. As of this afternoon, the Aspen Acres Fire is estimated at approximately 28,314 acres and remains 0% contained. I want to explain what that means because it can sometimes be misunderstood. 0% containment does not mean firefighters are making no progress. Containment only reflects those portions of the fire where crews have established and verified secure control lines. Across the incident, firefighters have been making tremendous progress by slowing the fire's advance, protecting homes, and building those containment lines. We have deployed significant personnel and equipment from the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office, along with our state, federal, and local and volunteer partners. Firefighters, law enforcement officers, emergency medical personnel, communications officers, emergency managers, road and bridge crews, and many others have been working around the clock under extremely difficult conditions. Earlier today, weather conditions were much more favorable for firefighting operations. At one point, we had between 8 and 10 aircraft actively dropping fire retardant and water on the fire. Those aerial resources working alongside firefighters on the ground made a significant difference in slowing the fire's progression and giving crews the opportunity to strengthen fire lines and protect threatened homes. We accomplished a substantial amount of work during those favorable conditions. However, we remain concerned about conditions later this afternoon. Winds have already begun to increase, and the forecast calls for stronger gusts along with the potential for thunderstorms. Those conditions can quickly change fire behavior, create new challenges for firefighters, and impact our suppression efforts. Fire behavior is driven by weather, terrain, and fuel conditions. While we made significant progress today, this remains a dynamic incident, and conditions can change rapidly. We will continue to closely monitor the weather and adjust our strategy as those conditions evolve. I also want to ask our community for one more thing. Please continue to stay out of the evacuation areas unless you have been authorized to enter. And even when approved for in and out access, leave afterwards. There are air operations in process, there are hot spots that can flare up, and there are heavy equipment resources moving along these roads, sometimes in emergency response modes. These restrictions are in place to protect lives, allow firefighters to work safely, and to keep those roadways open for emergency equipment. Every unnecessary creates additional risk. And if you are a bad actor that believes this tragedy provides you with an opportunity to trespass, steal, or damage property in this community, you are mistaken. We are actively patrolling the area and you will be arrested and prosecuted. We are saddened to report that at least 100 structures have been lost in this fire. It is extremely important that we provide accurate information rather than speculation, and we are currently conducting damage assessments. These teams must safely enter affected areas and conduct thorough evaluations before we can confirm addresses or notify those property owners. As those assessments are completed, our deputies and our victim services unit, along with our command staff, will personally contact affected property owners before information is publicly released, whenever possible. We understand that these are life-changing events, and we want those conversations to happen with compassion with dignity and support. I can confirm that the historic Horseshoe Lodge in Pueblo Mountain Park has sustained substantial damage. We have also been asked how the fire ranks among the largest wildfires in Pueblo County history. Because damage assessments and the overall incident are still ongoing, it would not be appropriate or responsible for us to speculate. We will provide that information once we have accurate and verified facts. While our immediate focus remains on protecting lives and property, we are already preparing for the recovery phase. As we begin that recovery process, I want every person affected by this fire to know that you will not face this journey alone. The Pueblo County Sheriff's Office, our emergency partners, nonprofit organizations, local governments, and support agencies will continue working together to help families begin rebuilding and recovering from this disaster. Recovery, it takes time. We recognize the loss, the uncertainty, and the hardship many of you are experiencing. But together we will rebuild, we'll restore, and we'll support one another. Our commitment to this community is unwavering, and we will stand beside you throughout the entire recovery process. Finally, I want to thank every firefighter, law enforcement officer, communications officer, volunteer, emergency responder, utility worker, public works employees, and partner agencies who has answered the call over the past couple days. Their professionalism, courage, and dedication have been extraordinary, and our community is fortunate to have such an outstanding team working on its behalf. We will continue to share verified information as soon as it becomes available, and we ask everyone to rely on official sources rather than rumors circulating on social media. If you have questions, please contact the Joint Information Center at 719-583-4640, follow the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office on Facebook and X, and visit puebloemergency.info for official updates. Thank you for your patience and your continued support as we work together through this difficult situation. And now I'd like to introduce Phil Daniel, the Incident Commander with the state of Colorado.
Thank you, Sheriff. My name's Phil Daniels. I'm the Incident Commander for Team Colorado. We're a multi-agency incident management team which specializes in wildland fires and their management, suppression, etc. We were called in fairly early by both Sheriff Lucero and Sheriff Smith when it was obvious to them that this fire was becoming, beyond the capacity of them to, manage locally. The fire agencies in Rye, Beulah, Pueblo County, and all the surrounding departments came together very strongly to hit this fire and to hit it hard. But the conditions that we faced all day yesterday and thankfully abated somewhat this morning really put everybody on their heels. And our priority from the beginning has been to keep people safe. That includes the populations of Rye, Beulah, all of the affected areas, as well as the firefighters out there. It's important that all of the people that come to the aid get to make it home for their families. And so we've got about 250 firefighters engaged right now. Some of them have been up for 24 hours, grabbing whatever rest they can whenever they can. But the conditions yesterday were very extreme. So extreme that it was difficult for us to fly any of our aircraft. And I know some people have mentioned that, well, we saw some aerial pictures of the fire. If that plane can get up, why can't the firefighting aircraft? Well, firefighting aircraft fly a lot closer to the ground, and when the wind gusts are really strong and the turbulence is really rough, makes it very challenging for those pilots to fly safely up there. And so we had pilots in the air, checking the air all the time in determining when it became safe. Okay, the minute that it was safe, we had all of the resources ready to go. And so this morning, if you were able to see, we had 8, potentially 10. I don't have the number directly in front of me. Air tankers in there, including some of the largest air tankers in the nation. We were the #1 priority fire as of yesterday. I don't know where we stand today because there's certainly been fires in other places of the country. But we have been absolutely focused on protecting the communities of Rye, Beulah, and the subdivisions of Aspen Acres and Signal Mountain and all the others. It would be remiss to talk about, the numbers of people. It's been very challenging to get resources. We're the 5th fire in about the last 4 days in Colorado, from the Snyder fire over on the near Grand Junction on the Utah border to several other fires, including one near Leadville, which today is being very active. And when you're the last one to call for aid, sometimes that aid isn't immediately available. But resources are pouring in from surrounding states. Our management team is relatively small. We asked for a larger team to replace us. They're actually coming from the state of Alaska, and they'll be getting in and taking over the fire on Thursday morning. So we're going to continue managing it, but when they come in with a little bit more horsepower and a little bit more resources, we can get this fire steered towards a good and solid conclusion. Once again, big kudos to Rye Fire, Beulah, Pueblo County. I'm going to miss names, so I'm going to leave it, and all the other agencies. If they were within 50 to 100 miles of this fire, they were here. And that's really important. So we feel bad that there was loss, but we're very happy. Nobody got hurt. And we're going to keep that record going. And if there's any questions at the end, I'll be happy to take them. I'll turn it over to Sheriff Smith.
So sorry.
Hi, my name is Sheriff Rich Smith of Custer County Sheriff's Office. And the fire actually started in our jurisdiction yesterday morning before 6, sometime between 5:30 and 6. And I actually got a call from the Pueblo Sheriff and his emergency manager that they were already en route to help us on our fire. And while that area is in Custer County, it's by the Isabel Lake. It's under the protection of the Rye Fire Protection District. And they responded, Beulah responded, and also the Wet Mountain Fire Department in Westcliff responded. And we were talking, the sheriff there was helping us actually do evacuations with his deputies. And the topography of that area is really weird. And so you get these very strong winds out of the west, and they come back from the east, and they're just swirling around. And where we set up our command post, a gust of wind picked up a dumpster and went flipping through the air, and a picnic table. And so we're thinking like hurricane force winds. And we decided that fire was going to be more than we could handle, and so we did turn it over to the State Division of Fire Prevention and Control. And I'm amazed at how many resources they were able to get into our area so quickly, and they continue to do so today. There was some speculation on social media about the cause of the fire, and that is being investigated right this minute. There's actually an investigator from the U.S. Forest Service, as well as the Division of Fire Prevention and Control. We don't want to speculate or pass any blame until we're really sure about that, but they are working on that right now as we speak. We did evacuate the homes along Highway 165 from Highway 96, which we call McKenzie Junction. And luckily for us, it's not sparsely populated. And so it's basically the homes that connect to that highway until you get down to the neighborhood of Aspen Acres and in the area around Lake Isabel. And we'll try to remove those as soon as we possibly can when it's safe, but it definitely is not safe today. We did a preliminary damage assessment, and we believe that we lost 55 homes so far on the Custer County side. And again, that area is in danger. And in fact, we had deputies doing the damage assessment and had to use chainsaws to get access to the neighborhood, and then they actually had to flee when the fire turned back around on them. I see Captain Jackson from the State Patrol is here, and she sent her state troopers to help us as well right from the very beginning, and thank you for that. Going forward, we are going to partner with Pueblo County and have a disaster action center in Pueblo, and so that will be published tomorrow. And if you live in the affected area or you were evacuated, we'd like for you to report there or call in. And some of the people I know live out of state and own property here, and we'll get everyone registered. And then our goal is to, like the sheriff said, notify people in person and not on some social media post about the damage to their home. And we'll begin a credentialing system, and you'll be issued a credential at this assistance center. And then when the time is right and we're able to kind of free up one safe area at a time, we'll let people come home in blocks. But the last area to be accessed will be the area down there by Aspen Acres and San Isabel, and that will be a number of days. But again, I wanted to thank our partners at the state and Pueblo County and the State Patrol and the Forest Service for quickly jumping into this fire and helping us. We did have one firefighter injury yesterday, a firefighter based in Westcliff. And now we'll take your questions.
Can we confirm the total amount of structures? Is it 100 total or 100 in Pueblo County and then 55 in Custer County?
So that's estimated in Pueblo County, over 100, but again, that's preliminary. We're still working on putting out hotspots and doing full assessments.
Can you tell the difference if it was either an outbuilding or a house or something like that, or is still trying to figure that one out?
Yeah, I think that's still all in process right now to determine what type of structure was it. Was it an outbuilding or was it a home? We did have homes that were involved, unfortunately, but again, the amount is yet to be determined.
Incident commander, what we're seeing, we refer to it as the Aspen Fire, singular, and we see one map, but coming in, I'm seeing smoke here, and smoke here. Are there multiple fire fronts that you're kind of having to go, this is the most dangerous one, or what are you seeing in there? And just kind of second part of that, we saw massive flames. Have the flames gotten smaller today, giving you some progress?
Well, we have made progress. The weather has been better for us. In regards to seeing multiple columns of smoke, yesterday the fire made an 8-mile run, and so you're going to have over, the whole total fire area of, 26,000 acres plus or minus. You're going to have various areas that are burning, and it's not just one fire front at one spot and everything else is cooler or cold. So there is still stuff burning in the interior. There's stuff burning on the edges, but it is all one fire. So if you see a smoke column on your left and you see something on the right, it's pretty assured that there's blackened ground between those two areas.
But from a firefighting perspective, that gives you multiple fronts if the wind shifts.
That is absolutely correct, and that's one of the challenges that we have to deal with. And that's why you end up needing, we have 250. In speaking with our planning staff, we could potentially see 650 to 700 firefighters here working all of those different fire fronts.
So does that speak to people who, we get the messages, is it contained? How long will it be till it's out? I'm like, this is a long haul, isn't it? We're bringing in 600 people on Thursday. This can be weeks, isn't it?
So this fire will be on the landscape for an extended period of time. People may be able to get back to their homes, but that's not happening today. We'll just have to take each day at a time and see what is safe, what solutions we get made, and we're focusing on the areas where the people are most affected. And we're striving to protect what's still there. And but you are correct in asking, or is it multiple weeks? Yeah, we're going to be here 3 to 4 weeks.
Sheriff Lucero, you mentioned patrols to protect property from opportunistic looting, trespassing, things of that nature. Have any incidents like that actually been reported, or was that a hypothetical?
We have experienced that in other fires that we've had over the years. I wanted to be clear with that message and put it out on the front end. We do have resources down here with our partners with State Patrol, the deputies, men and women at the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office, as well as Sheriff Smith has allotted some resources for us too. So we want to make sure that we can preserve what we have here, and we don't want people to take advantage of these circumstances and this tragedy.
So just for some clarity, 155 structures between Pueblo and Custer counties that have been impacted by this fire that burned down in some way, shape, or form.
That's what I understand. It sounded like Sheriff Smith confirmed the 55 number
Yes.
for Custer County. Ours is still estimated.
Got it. Thank you. You're talking about aircraft. Are they the...
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, so when it comes to the rumors circulating online about the cause of this fire, can you guys better explain how sometimes things are human caused may mean it's just not lightning? It doesn't mean it was intentional. It could have been an accident still. Can you give a little bit more clarity there?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the number one non-human cause is lightning. There has been lightning in the area, so you can't discount that. The investigators will go in, they'll take a look at the origin site, they'll determine what indicators may say that it's a human cause or something natural. But human cause is, like I said, that's anything that pretty much isn't lightning, and that doesn't mean that it was an intentional fire. I mean, it could be, you know, a power pole. It could have been somebody had a burning barrel, or maybe they had a fire. You just don't know until the investigators can get in there, sift through it, figure it out, and then come up with a cause.
Thank you.
But we will share that with the public as soon as that report is complete.
Thank you so much.
We have time for one more question?
Can I ask a point of clarification before my question? Okay, you said that this is the number one. Is that in the country or was that in the state? Number one priority.
Well, it's the number one in the state, to be sure, but in the overall priorities, we were the number one in the nation as of this morning. Things can change, but they prioritize stuff at the national level as to where they send air tankers. The fact that we had 8 of them today, that means we're pretty high on the list. So.
A lot of people I talked to, a lot of the evacuees had to leave their houses so fast. Many people I talked to didn't have a chance to get their animals. Was there any opportunity to go back and get animals that people weren't able to get as they left?
I'll defer that.
Yes, so there have been people that have returned in the areas that aren't affected and retrieved livestock. They've been taking them to the Colorado State Fair. But the other thing is that if we can't mitigate it, what firefighters and crews have been doing is cutting the fences so that the animals are freed. And I'll take one last question.
Do you know if any livestock are still in the evacuation areas or not?
Yes, there are.
Can you talk about your CART team and how they're helping with all of that?
Okay, and I will finish with that question. So, yeah, our CART team, they are organizing how they're going to manage the livestock that they're received currently. They're housed at the Colorado State Fairgrounds. I believe we have numbers that we're releasing on our website. I don't have those numbers right off the top of my head, but they have been a tremendous asset for us as well as this communities that people have a place to take their animals. But thank you all for coming. Have a great day.